Hello and welcome. I'm going to do an update today of the Perionyx bin, the Red Wiggler bin, and the European Nightcrawler bin. So we'll start off with the Perionyx or the Indian blue and see how these guys are doing. Fluff up the bedding. And feel for the conditions of the bin in general. So this seems nice. The material is the perfect moisture level, just how I like it. It's not too wet, it's not too dry. Right, guys, and this is the spot where I fed. Let's see how these guys are doing. I gave them, I think, a mango pit, so let's see. Oh yeah, they are loving it, loving it. Look at that. Gorgeous. Yes. There's quite a few of them here, multiplied beautifully for me. So I'm going to cover this up, and then of course I am going to give them another feeding. And I think I'm going to do it in this corner right here. Push back the material. Create space, lay down some bedding. In this case, it's going to be cardboard. And then I'm going to, let's see if I can break off a piece here. Oh yeah, watermelon. And just a little bit of grit. Perfect. Voila, guys, dinner served. So these guys are doing awesome, awesome, awesome. Feisty, happy guys. Okay. So this bin is looking good. So let's see what the Red Wiggler bin looks like. So here are the Red Wigglers. And let's see. Let's see what these guys are all about. Very nice. The bedding is looking good. It's being worked over beautifully by them. Nothing is wet. Just turning it over, and you can just see how flaky the material is. It's just beautiful. Just love these systems. Oh, that's where the food was, close to that. That was the previous week's feeding. This was, well, that was 2 weeks ago. This was last week. So we still have a little bit of food there. So of course we have lots of action, right, guys? But we don't have a lot of food, so we're okay. And then this is last week's feeding. And what did they do with that? I think we gave them watermelon. Watermelon breaks down much faster. Oh yeah, look at that. Nothing is left. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, a little bit of tomato, but the majority of the food is gone, which is perfect, so that we can feed them. We'll do it in here. We'll do the same thing as we did with the blue worm bin, and lay down some bedding. nice juicy piece for them. Oh yeah. A bit of grit. Face down. And here you go, guys. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Yeah, I love the castings that these 10-gallon totes give me. If you want to look at my previous videos of me harvesting both the blue worm bin and the red wiggler worm bin, as well as the European nightcrawler bin, you can see as soon as they migrate 2 weeks, I'm ready to sift, and it takes no time at all. I don't have to dry it out, unlike a bin that I will show you later on in this update. So let's go over to feed the European nightcrawlers. So here they are. I call them my feisty guys because they are just fast, and if you bother them even a little bit, they start crawling all over the place. But you can see that this bin has been recently harvested, so it has a lot of bedding, a lot of new bedding, and it feels really good as well. So the moisture level in all 3 bins is perfect, and that is where I fed them last week. Let's see. The area where I feed, of course, typically is a little wetter than the rest of the bin. That's absolutely normal. But as things progress, you know, it does air out. And especially since I do fluff up the material, nothing here gets to be too wet. Perfect. Okay, so I fluffed everything up, and now we're going to do our feeding. And I'm thinking I can just, these guys are just everywhere. Perfect. That's exactly how it should be, because the food is not really there. It's mostly gone, so they are spread out. So let me just lay down the food now, because they don't need any more bedding. They certainly have plenty. And we are going to give them the watermelon and the grit. And I like to lay it face down, and they'll be in there no time at all. So we'll mark again the area that it was fed and leave them alone. Don't climb. Yes, agitated, very, very agitated. And now I'm going to take you to the bin that I am still harvesting. So this is my 14-gallon bin that holds the remaining castings of one of my hungry bins. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I have been drying this material out for quite a long time in order to sift it. So it was pretty high, but now it's gotten to the point where it's at this level, which has taken a long time and a lot of effort on my part, because I come here every day and I lift the material out from the bottom and I fluff it up through my hands to get air in and to separate the large chunks, because the material was very compacted. The worms that were left very skinny and lethargic, not happy guys, that's for sure. But this is now what it's beginning to look like, the section that I have gotten to this point. But I want you to see the area that I have left alone and I have not fluffed up, I want you to see what condition it was in if you haven't seen it before. So let me try. You can't even put your fingers in there. You have to literally lift it from the bottom. It's just like one big chunk, and it still is too wet for me, oh my goodness, to sift. Obviously, I just wanted you to see what compaction and wetness does to castings. Obviously, you can't sift something like this. You have to air it out, and it takes a while for it to get into the condition that I need it to be in to go through my 1/8 inch screen. So now I'm going to do the whole bin. Sorry, somebody called and the phone turns itself off. So I just wanted to show you the difference in the quality of the castings between the compaction of a CFT system like the Hungry Bin and my 10-gallon totes that I harvest literally 2 weeks after I start doing the horizontal migration. So that's why I'm so in love with my 10-gallon totes. So just wanted to show you this. I'm coming to an end with the harvesting of this bin. I've been sifting it out slowly off the top as it gets dried out, and pretty soon I'll have the whole thing done, and I can finally say farewell to these castings. So that's our update. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.